Hey gang, how you doing? This would be part two of my attempt to film play of Napoleon game. Now I have this game, but I'm using the rules, stickers, and setup. That is to say, number of physical units from a previous edition. That would be this edition. I think there's probably 4 editions of this thing. I want to say this is the 3rd edition. I could be wrong. Probably am. I'm using the historical setup, and it's all gone just kitten whiskers and puppy dog tails, except being I am who I am. I tried to modify, play, and variate it with. Make sure the mic's going here. Yeah, we're good. Sorry about that. With this. Now, this is a manual from the computer game Victory and Glory. The board game is a god-awful mess. Avoided at all costs. But there are some great rules in here, and the way they break it down is you can see the engine that runs the game. They have all the modifiers and die rolls and percentages that is incorporated in the computer game, and it's easily translated into a tabletop, which is what I've done a number of times for a number of things. I wanted to do that with this, but I think I got myself in a little bit of a quagmire, so I decided not to go forward with that, and ran into a couple issues. Should have paused the thing for a number. What am I getting at? I'm getting at this is why I'm redoing and starting over, so to speak. So I've already moved. The French moved first. This is a historical setup. We've got the French, the Prussians, and the Anglo-Allied army here, i.e. British, which is what I'll be calling them. And it's basic step losses for each unit, and I have these suicide stacks set up because they're too long otherwise. I tried that initially, but it's hard to keep track of which city they're in, which might be why there's less units in the final or most recent edition. That could be a factor. So I had some French units move up. I caused 1 unit to move out of the city here. There's 3 major cities: Brussels, Ghent, and Liège, right? Now, if the French can take any one of those 3 major cities, Ghent, Brussels, or Liège, you can disrupt supply on the Allies and will cause bad things to happen for them, which is good for the French. Strategy-wise, what I thought I would do is, rather than go to the right towards one city or up the center, which it seems like suicide, go towards the left. Then your left flank is kind of safe, and you've got 2 Allied cities there that you can reach for. I think that's the best option. The turns consist of a French turn, an Anglo-Allied turn, and a night turn for each day, and it starts on June 15th, makes its way through June 22nd. There's nothing overly complicated here. I played this years ago and loved it. I got in kind of a thing with it. I was playing it over and over and over because the French were just falling short of victory every time, and finally I just gave up. I don't think I ever won with the French. I don't know that you can, but I came close so many times. But that was a while ago, and I'm way rusty on the rules. But again, there's nothing overly complicated in here that you can't pick up fairly easily. So what I've done again is I've gone ahead and moved the French. Now the infantry and artillery can move one city up. Cavalry can move up to 2 cities, and they can force march and double that. But then you run into like some kind of attrition issues if you do so. Did I say cavalry can move up to 2 cities, and rivers cut everything in half if you have to cross a river. So I moved everybody, right? You have battles when you run into enemy-occupied city with 3 or more units. Now the city here, this Mons, had 1 Anglo-Allied unit in it, a cavalry unit, and since I had cavalry as well, well, they were going to rout anyway, but since I had cavalry, I was able to knock off or shave off a step from that cavalry as it was routed. And then I moved to Charleroi, which did have three Prussian units in it, and the French attacked first. Now, I did a kind of a random setup for the Prussians, because you have a left, a center, and a right, and I went ahead and attacked with 2 cavalry units. Well, here's the thing, the consideration. Is there a limit to how many units you can set up on the left, the center, and the right? Because it seems like, and what you want to do here is knock out all units of a certain column. So that's to say a left, a right, or a center. And then they have to retreat. Now it seems like you could just add, you could load up a side and just knock out a side that way. Let me take a look at that and verify that. Okay, so any number of units may be set up in a column as long as each column has units in it. So I've done everything legally. And what I did was these cavalry units have F3 fire strength, which means you will need to roll on a d6 a 1, a 2, or a 3. And I rolled sufficiently with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strengths to knock out the opposing Prussian cavalry unit here. Let me see if I can bring this up better. Maybe that's a little better for what I'm showing you. So since he was knocked out, that vacated and emptied a column there. So the French win that battle, and the Russians have, or the Prussians have to retreat now. And moving units out of battle. Let's see, disruption. Rout. So rout is force. It occurs when less than 3 units are attacked. Without removing units out of a battle constitutes a retreat, must be done before units move or fire. Units may retreat from any battle position but are subject to rout attrition. Okay, so I need to retreat, but they're going to be subject to rout attrition. And here's the rout attrition. Infantry, this guy's going to take 1 step loss, so he'll go from a 4 to a 3. This guy will take the same thing and go from a 4 to a 3. And they will need to retreat to the nearest city. He's gone. So do I want to load up Ligny, or do I want to spread them out? No, I'm loading up Ligny. I'm not spreading thin just because I know the French are moving left. These guys are now the proud owners of Charleroi, and that is the French turn, right? Yes. Not so bad, right? Would I need this? Let's go back to our other screen setup. That one or this one? Let's go to this one. Alright, that's what we're looking at now. And now it's the Prussians' turn. Or I'm sorry, the Allies' turn. Let me stack these into horror stacks. I had set them up like this with the lead unit to represent the city they're in, but it's just too confusing. And even though I'm asking for a nightmare scenario, stacking these this high, it really does allow you to immediately know which city they're in, because there's no overlap going on between multiple cities. And it's much easier to quickly glance at what's going on and determine what you want to do. Another thing I had wanted to do, yeah, he step lost, was when I conduct battles here, was represent them on the Calistra terrain over here. But that would be a hell of a project. I don't know if I can pull that off. Alright, so who's next? We got Allied turn. Now they can move 3. How does it work? Group moves 2 British and 2 Prussians. Let's go ahead and move the Prussians. I'm not doing anybody any good over here, as I always say. Do we have Cav? Got Cav? 1 Cav. I'm pulling out the Cav because they can move up to 2 cities. 1, 2. Let's see. Well, if I just go here, you do that. That's just 1 city. And what is the movement rate on these roads? My road is 6. Well, what do we got here? So I can move everybody here, like thus. And I can move. Ooh, let's move from Ligny to Creterbras. And these guys in the more to Ligny. I don't know why he's there like that. I forget. Liege. Man, that sucks only moving 1 city at a time. I can move 2 though. There's the Prussian move. No battles pending. And then the Anglo-Allied. We've got Cat, which I stated on the last video that the cat has lost its mind. It spends most of the day staring at me now in the hopes that I'll feed it, which I feed it constantly, but she acts like I don't. It's just the strangest thing. Keep the French from sneaking around there. That's why I've done that. Yeah, she just stares at me all day. She won't sleep. She won't. She never used to be like this. So I'll feed her in the morning, and when I'm done, she'll just stare at me. She'll just sit in the spot and stare. It's like, yeah, I fed you. That's the moves for the Anglo-Allied. Now again, no battles, but we have a night turn coming up. Night moves. Putting on the night moves. Night turns. Players can make any normal move except they may not attack nor force march. Oh, I forgot about force march. You can move extra. Extra. Yeah. Night turn. Players can make any normal move. What the hell? So you're just moving again? What the? But you can't attack. So wait. May not attack nor force march. Well, moving into an occupied city would constitute an attack, would it not? So we won't do that. Oh, jeez, now I gotta figure this again. What the hey-ho? Up to 10. Well, let's move from Mons to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, all those guys can move. Alright, fine. There, that's not an attack. Ooh, we can pull these guys up in the Mons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now again, what I've done with this game is, I don't know if I've already said this. I did in the last video that you won't see. The units here, the labels are from Board Game Geek because I didn't like the labels that come with the game I have. And the blocks are from Commands and Colors because there's more blocks included in the edition that I'm playing, which is not the game I have. I'm a mess. He's got to stay. No, he doesn't. He can move to Sinef and that not be an attack, which allows him to move the bench 3, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? He can do that, huh? Bench, right? What's the... Yeah, he can do that, 6. He stays, but he can... yeah, he can move and join his bros at Charleroi. Let's do that. Everybody's happy. French are done. British are gonna move here and move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do it this way. We'll, for potential reinforcement purposes. And nobody's crossed. He has to stay. Now we go to the Prussians. He stays. He stays. He can go here. Let's physically reduce the stack so we don't have an issue. Leany. He stays in the Moor. No, he doesn't. He can join his folks in Leany. Right? He goes. 1, 2. Look at that scary Prussian stack. And then he has to just stay here. And again, I'm pretty sure that there's no stacking limits per city. I'm going to pause that and verify, but that's my... Alright, so yeah, it says for the initial setup there's restrictions, but I don't know what restrictions those are, because if you use a historical setup, you've got masses of units stacked in cities. But once the game rolls, there's no restrictions. Now we're on June 16th. It is the French turn again. Looks like some major battles could ensue, and if I can roll into Renai and cause them to retreat, that could be cool. Look at that, Jesus. There's 3 units there, so they have to fight, technically. Well, why wouldn't you? That's the whole point. You want to slow the French up, try and cause some problems. Mark the town I'm battling in, because I will forget Renai. We'll do the secret British, Anglo-British Allied setup. So we'll go, which means we have 4 strength cav, 3 strength cav. Are these all cav or yeah? Okay, well, it doesn't matter then. I think the French are gonna... I don't even know why I'm doing this. Because the French are going to knock out a side, and that's going to be that. We'll go for the weakest side. Now see, again, here's the thing. The gist of the game is if you can load up, as long as you have one on each thing, at least one, you can load up a side. Let's see. We'll do the cavalry unit first. 1s, 2s, and 3s. We did get 1 hit. He becomes a 2. Then we have the rest is infantry. Infantry is an F1, which means fire strength of 1. Is it not? Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. We're looking for 1s. No 1s there. Oh, there's a 1, so he's down to 1. And then we do this again. So would I... And there's a 1 and he's done. So that, yeah, that's it. And would I... Had I the time, what I'm trying to say, I could really have fun modifying this thing to a playable degree. But my true love right now is that modified commands and color stuff I've been doing, and I have a major French versus Prussian battle set up. I'll be doing that soon using what I now call Black Hat Napoleonic Rules, which is a heavily modified version of the commands and colors stuff. And have a little. Well, I've got it locked down, man. Black hat. There it is. Rule. Here we go. Rules for Napoleonic wargaming, but really, it's meant to be piggybacked onto commands and color scenario and setup. Once you do that, yeah, we're looking at 6 pages of rules. Actually, 5 pages of rules with very, very little similarity left to the commands and colors stuff. But okay, I'll shut up. Let's go. Major road. We've got 10 that can go on along a major road. Yeah, well, we have 10 here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Let's do the next battle, which is going to be the Battle of. I can't read. Shit. You have these like this, you gotta be careful. So you keep track of Battle of Oth. The steps. It's easy to lose track of their step strength when they're stacked like that. So we'll go here. Here. Let's move the camera again. Here and here. And again, the Anglo Allies are screwed. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. 3 units each. Alright. Let's go. Let's fire with this infantry unit first. We've got looking 2 strength, looking for 1s, nothing. And then we have artillery, which is a F2, I believe. Fire strength of 2. Yeah, 1 or 2. One, 2, 3, 4. Looking at 1s or 2s. There's 2 hits. He's now cut in half. He's now 2 strength. And this artillery unit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1s or 2s is another hit. But he's hanging on. And then we go here, which is all infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 5, 6. Looking for 1s. We got 3 1s. He goes to a 1. And 3 more. If we get 1s, they're done, and he's done. Goodness sakes, I think I forgot to do attrition on them. He's going to lose that because he loses a combat value. He goes from 2 to 1. He goes from 2 to 1. Oh, he loses 2? Artillery uses, so he's gone. Jesus, brutal, brutal, brutal. And that's that. So the French are, it looks like, steamrolling. No issues, no problems. I don't even think they've lost a unit. You know what though? There's only 3 group moves per turn. That will be my second, so I can't do battles with everybody. Let's go, well, for my final group move, let's go into here. And I think I did the artillery wrong. There's a long range where it's 1 strength, or a close range where it's 2 strength. I think I flubbed that. For those of you keeping score. But I'm playing this about 90% correctly at this point. Oh, here's another battle. 3, 2, and 2. 2, 3. All right, let's go. Ones, twos, or threes. This cavalry unit against that cavalry unit. That's 2 hits. He's gone. He loses 1. He loses 1. That's that. That's the way the ball bounces, man. And that's the end of the French. And then it's what? 2 group moves for the 2 group moves for. Oh, should have moved that camera back. There we go. There's where you're. 2. 2. Yeah, 2 waiting allies and 2 Prussian. Now it's their turn. Oh, so they alternate. I messed that up too. I didn't notice they alternate the side that starts each turn or each day. So June 15th, the French start. June 16th, the Anglo-Allies start, and I messed that up. Pay attention. So it would actually be. French would have gone second, but so 2 group moves. Let's move these guys. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's move him here. He's done. That's 1 group move, and then 2 more. So here's the thing: when you get so many of these, I think there should be stacking limits, just for game purposes. You could stack every unit you have in a city potentially. I don't know about that. But here's what I'm going to do. The Prussians are going to make a major push into Charleroi and attack the French. What do you think of them apples? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 into Charleroi. Let's see if the Prussians, and that would be their second group move. Let's see if the Prussians can do something here. The French think they're invincible at this point. And they're not. Nowhere near it. Ooh, we have Blucher. Herr Blucher. There. Big battle here. First big battle, real big battle of the game. The other stuff was just nonsense. The French just showing off. This is going to be an actual battle here. And the Prussians go first. So let's see what they can do. Let's use this cavalry unit looking for 1s, 2s, or 3s. And they only hit on 1s, 2s, or 3s in the first opening round that they're used, cavalry. And then it drops to 1 or 2, I think. 2 hits, so let's make this 4 strength to 2 strength. He's done. Then we have 6 infantry strengths, looking for 1s. Let's move this again. Whoops, re-roll that one. Oh, he did get a hit. Let's make this 3 a 2. And they're done. So the French taking their first handful of losses. And again, we have this artillery unit that... Now, what is it with the artillery? 2 ranges, long range. Okay. So I think I need to be moving and do... All right, bear with me here. So this would be, essentially this would be long range right now. So 6, which means just 1s. We get 1 hit. Let's make this 4, strength cav a 3. And then we have single 2-strength infantry unit who gets a hit. Let's make this 3-strength cav a 2. They're done. And then the Prussian right wing. For combat purposes, the leaders really only affect morale value. When you have a 1-strength unit that it needs to roll a morale check, he'll help you with that. Otherwise, that's really all they do. And then a movement bonus. Let's roll for this infantry unit, strength of 3. Looking for 1s, got nothing. And then we have some cavalry versus infantry / artillery now. You can form square, right? How does that work? So one thing, I love everything Napoleonic, but the whole square thing can be annoying sometimes. So if they form square, that's going to be considered a move. You get 1 move, battle move, a turn. So they're going to form square. Artillery cannot form square. Engaged cavalry are reduced to F. Engaging cavalry. Okay. Alright, so 4, 5, 6 strength. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 strength cav. Instead of hitting on 1s or 2s, they're going to hit on 1s now. Did get 1 hit. He becomes a 3 from a 2. And the rub is those French can't fire this next round because they formed square. That was their move. So now it's the French turn. So we move these up again, and we'll reverse the process. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strengths of cavalry. 7 strengths of cavalry. But these guys are all going to form square. These 2 infantry units here will form square. That's their move. Looking for 1s, and we got nothing. Now we move to... Oh, it is time to feed you. You're right. We'll finish this battle round, lady. He's going to form square. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got nothing. And 2 infantry coming at you. Got nothing. And then finally, oh, they form square. So we have an artillery long range 3 looking for 1s. Oh, we got 2 hits though. Go from a 4 to a 3 and go from a 3 to a 2. And then it's the Prussian turn. Now if you form square, I keep forming squares instead of marking that I've already formed square. We'll do it next time. Let me feed the cat real quick. Pause this. Come back to the French turn of this battle. Alright, we're back, and at this point I would say I'm now playing this about 85% correctly, because I was causing guys who had already formed square to form square again instead of remaining in square, but that was done for both sides, so it wasn't an advantage for either side. But it was done poorly, incorrectly rather. So now it is the French turn, right? No, it's the Prussian turn. And 3-strength cavalry unit, not an opening round, so we'll go 1s and 2s, and he got 2 hits. Becomes a 1, he becomes a 2. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Infantry strengths. I think the Prussians might have something here. Looking for ones. Not a damn one among them. Alright, next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Artillery, but long range is 1. Nothing there, and then 2 strength infantry. Looking for ones. Nothing. Then we have cavalry, form square, which we've already done 100 times, but this time they will stay formed because I will mark them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strengths, looking for ones. Nope, ones because they're in square. Ooh, they got 2 hits. Reduce him to a 2, reduce him to a 1. And finally for the Prussians, 2 strength infantry unit. But firing at guys in square makes them something. What does it make them? Jeez, here we go. Yep, infantry now hit on 1s or 2s. And we got 1 hit, drops him to a 1. But everybody hanging on, now it's the French turn. They will form square and we'll mark them accordingly. Which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 calves will hit on 1s. And we did get 1 hit. Let's drop this 3 to a 2. Let's see. These guys will form square. And 2 strength, 4 strength cab looking for 1s. We got 1 hit. Drop that artillery from a 3 to a 2. And 2 strength infantry is going to hit on 1s or 2s. Got a hit. Drops in from a 2 to a 1. Moving to the French left. 2 strength arty. Got nothing. Now when you are in square, infantry and square have F1, so it's the same. 2 coming at, got 1 hit, drops that 3 to a 2. Prussians again, and everybody hanging on strong here. 2 strength cav, looking for 1s or 2s, got nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 worth of infantry on 1s, got nothing. What's this? 1 strength infantry, looking for 1, got nothing. And then 1, 2, 5 artillery, looking for 1s, got 1 hit, 2 to a 1. And lots of dice rolling, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4 calves, but against square they're going to hit on 1. Well, I'm not hitting them. Let's go against this artillery unit. They get 1 hit, so there's 1 there. And 2 infantry strengths, hitting on nothing. Back to the French. Let's go left to right this time. 1s, 2 infantry strength, looking for 1s, got nothing. And a 1 strength artillery, looking for 1s, got nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4 strengths of cavalry against artillery. 1s or 2s, got nothing. 1 strength of artillery, looking for 1s, got nothing. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strengths points worth of cavalry, looking for 1s or 2s against that other cavalry unit, got 1, drops to a 1. Who's going to give first? Back to the Prussians. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think the Prussians got this. 6 infantry strength points, looking for 1s, got a 1. Drops to a 1. and 1 cavalry strength point. Looking for 1s or 2s. Nothing. 1 infantry strength point in square. Got nothing. 3, 4, 5. Artillery. Looking for 1s. You got 2 hits. That's a 1 and a 1. So we got a lot of guys hanging on there. And I got to remember to roll morale checks for these 1 strengths. Let's see. 1, 2, 4 cavalry strengths. Looking for 1s or 2s. He got 1. He's gone. And 2 infantry strengths. Looking for 1s or 2s. Nothing. Back to the French. Got a 1 hit. 1s, 2. Now I got to roll for, how do you do morale check? Or the first steps of battle time. Alright, here we go. 1 to 3. That's not good. Unit's bad morale must make a forced disengaged battle move, so he's out here. And then let's do the next guy. Oh jeez, he's out here. The next guy. That's it. The French failed their stinking morale checks and left the lane open. So they have to retreat from that city. The Prussians are now in it. And the French actually took their first loss unit-wise. 1, 2, 3. Oh, they have to do that too. The there we go. Since they've been routed, you've got attrition here that's going to take place. Cavalry's going to lose 1 if engaged by cavalry. They are. He's gone. He's gone. Shnikes. Infantry loses 1. He's gone. He's gone. He loses 1. He's gone. Where is he? Can't remember. But he's gone. Alright, that's how we'll do it. Look at that. I knew the Prussians would pull through. Bring them back to Dun, and the Prussians now have firm grasp on Charleroi. Let me pull the camera back. Firm, tight grasp. That's not what you want to do on Charleroi. Again, I've not played this 100% correctly, but the gist of the thing has been preserved faithfully, especially a lot more faithfully compared to the last attempt / video. So as desired to move up the left, I've kind of been able to do so, but the Prussians have been steamrolling. Brings us to the night turn. The Prussians kind of pulled an uppercut against the French right. And we've got units in Naville that look like they might be in trouble. They're sandwiched between Anglo-Allied and Prussians. But I think I can pull up to Ghent and put a dent in the Allied supply line. There's nothing stopping these two groups there. But again, I want to do something a little bit different, and I think I've managed that. Even though it's still Napoleonic stuff, I've got it bad. I've got a fever, and the only cure is more Napoleonics. So that's what we've got here. It is now, what's the time? 45 minutes. I'm going to let you guys go for now. But I've got a couple of days off here anyway, and I'll be back. And probably not more of this, but that big battle of Grossbeeren, if you want to look it up, Prussians versus French. I've said Prussian, so that means I now have gray Prussian figures painted and based, and man, I don't have any more painting and basing in me, even though I'm spray painting. I'm done. I've done the French, I've done the British, I've done the Portuguese, the Austrians, the Russians, and now the Prussians. I'm done. I'm just playing from here on out. I'm not basing anything, I'm not making flags, and it took a while to get those Prussians finished. Just running out of steam with that stuff. In fact, I haven't played any of that stuff in about a week. So, but when I come back, that's probably what we'll be playing. So if you're interested in the historical battle of Grossbeeren, look it up. You'll know what you're in for, and talk to you guys soon.